Amanda Seyfried takes on the role of the infamous Linda Lovelace, who was used and abused by the porn industry and her manager husband before taking control of her life. From the Sundance Film Festival, it's Red Carpet Diary.
It's hard to relate to anybody like this, but I do know that both Linda and I mean, especially being in the public eye, people can tend to have an idea of you, and that's one dimension, and everybody has a story. Everybody's got 3 dimensions.
What was your impression of Linda Lovelace before, if you had one, and what would it be now?
I didn't have much of one. I mean, I saw the Inside Deep Throat documentary a few years ago, but I didn't have one. I more just didn't know, more was just curious. And now I realize, it seems as though she was a bit of a victim and eventually struggled out of it.
You mentioned violence, and you play her husband, Chuck, and that's a big part of the role, isn't it? Tell us a bit about him and what we learned.
I mean, it's funny. Whenever one of those scenes would come up where I was doing something incredibly violent, I would look at the call sheet and go, how can I wouldn't do that. It was because I was resisting it so much as I was doing it, which I think is what actually made the part more interesting in the end. The amount of resistance I had toward those acts, that a lot of them, I had a lot of conflict about doing them as I was doing them, which is more interesting than just watching, I think, someone who freely is just a complete sadist.
It was hard. I had to really believe, I had to really fully imagine what she went through, and then it really hit me one day, and I was just like, it was so impossible to get there, and then I finally did, and it was like, couldn't get myself out, and it was hard, and I think that's what, I think that's what acting can do to you. I think it's really it's rewarding, I guess, to be able to understand someone to that level and not even know them.
Okay, so tell us the truth. Did you watch Linda's movies when you were younger?
Yeah, I totally did.
When you went to a porn movie back in the day, the thing about it was you had to actually go through the wall of shame of buying the ticket.
I did watch Deep Throat in preparation, and it's a lovely little gem of a porn.